Alright, another climb. Another day, another climb. Another death. Another humiliation. And whatnot. So not disco this time around. Now I'm taco. So skipping the intro as quickly as possible. It's gonna take something like 3.5 minutes. So any percent trying to beat the tower in one go. And I get a good time as well. And the ultimate category where it falls into is decided during the run. If I find a Garuda, that would be a first one. It would be the first time that I actually find him. But if you find a Garuda, you can use the warp or abduct ability to move around and find the exit quicker. So it's a different category if you use that. It's okay. Find a Garuda, I'll use a Garuda. Usually you don't. Right. So he's probably the unluckiest hero of all time. Like, he gets beat up at home and then he gets beat up by the priest and then he gets beat up in the tower, so pretty unlucky. I'm going, and this is the last time you'll see me, mother. No, somehow somebody saves him from the tower. If you die, you just wake up in your bed. But obviously, just run over. Alright, here we go. It's pretty good, pretty center. Let's try to run at the center of the bridge. Okay, so taco and of course yeah, taco and tortilla. We should have a Mexican feast. Wee dog's gonna smash their heads like a piñata. That's what it's gonna predict. Okay, tutorial floor. Not much to say here. Q&A teaches you how to play the game, basically. You always get these same items when you play the game for the first time. The first floors are always the same. So the copper sword, wooden shield. Medicinal herb, fireball with 5 charges, and an egg, which is usually Palumpa. I don't know if it's always Palumpa. Usually Palumpa. It could be that it's always Palumpa. There's a skip here, walk diagonally here, we'll skip some text and then you go behind the elevator to skip the rest of the text. And that's the first floor. Now the game starts being random from this point on. There's the exit right away, but the first 5 floors just try and find good resources to beat the... You're gonna need those to beat the game. Normally you come in and out of the tower and your familiars gain EXP and you can find better equipment and bring them to the tower later. But this is any percent, so we're not leaving the tower. We're either leaving the tower with the ultimate egg, or we're gonna leave the tower in a coffin. So that's how it is. Flames are pretty dangerous. I'm gonna use a. Let's see. Probably because I'm already leveled. Okay, I probably have to use it anyway because the troll came along. The troll luckily missed, so let's just try to wing it. Yeah, I'm gonna use the... Oh no, we can get through this. Even if he crits. Okay, now we have to use the ball. Yeah. But yeah, it's pretty common that you have to use the... You have to use the ball in the couple of first floors as well. Still, okay, so... Oh yeah. So, just recharging my HP and... Even if the monsters weren't that dangerous when you have low HP, you can easily be killed by traps. And that's the Scarlet Wand, the best possible wand. Best possible weapon you can have. It was one trap, but luckily it didn't. Yeah, so far every time I've beaten this any percent, I've always had the Scarlet Wand. Obviously you can do it without it. But yeah, it buffs up your magic. So this magic strike makes more damage also. It's fire elemental like Yune is, and that's why the strike from the Scarlet Wand is good damage. Alright. So now I'm pretty comfortable walking around these first 5 floors. I'm not gonna check once anymore because I didn't have to. So pretty confident. If you step on an unlucky trap, then that's your demise. But that's been my demise. Last 2 runs. That's been my demise. Died on these lower floors. thanks to traps. There's not much you can do, so. Of course, you can try and always try to keep your HP at a good level. I have a bad habit of walking around with low HP, so if you do that, you better get ready to pillar ball very good. We'll come to the exit later, and then we'll pick up those. Yeah, I have a bad habit of walking around with low HP, and then one unlucky trap or a snipe from someone who can shoot fireballs and such can end your run, so. Like now I'm walking around with a very fairly low HP, but especially at the start of the run it's not that big of a deal. It's just, yes, if I died now, it's a warp trap. I could just restart pretty easily. It's much more annoying when you get to the higher floors. Of course, when you're on the higher floors, you usually have a better level, so the traps, the magnitude, the damage from traps doesn't increase. So the traps are relatively, I mean the bomb traps and slam traps that inflict direct damage, they are relatively less threatening when you get higher, but of course other traps like war paralysis, you name it, they're still as dangerous as ever. Okay, can I recharge my HP? I'm going to be a bit more wary about the traps. Sometimes I just go to the next floor if I think I have a decent HP, and then I die on a trap right away. I shouldn't be checking wands anymore. It's just whenever you see a wand, it's your nature to just try and pick up one. Holy Scroll, one of the best items in the game. Yeah, so just sort of a habit to just walk on and check those wands, but no, I have a Scarlet, so D-Curse, very good. If I find a shield, now I can pretty much try on any shield I find without having to worry about the curse. However, I haven't still found any shields other than the wooden shield to start with. So I'm fighting Manivas here. I really dislike these ducks. But now that I have the Scarlet one, they are not that much of a burden. However, I try and get away. A lot of enemies on screen, but I can, thanks to the Scarlet one, I can mostly one-shot everything, so, except these. These take 2 hits, but normally Manivas are very annoying. Now with the Scarlet one, it's not too bad. Manivas also make a comeback. They come back later. They're very tough when they do. They have higher level. They're fundamentally the same enemy. Other than they can mask themselves next to an item and sort of hide. That's also a good thing because they don't move. So if you don't if you don't aggro them or wake them up. Then you're fine. But it's just something you have to, when you see two items next to each other, you can try and throw something, for example, to discover the hidden monster. Okay, we're at level 6, so if I see an exit now, I'll just try and I'll just basically go for the exit. Other than that, I hope that I get better shields, but I do have a good amount of magic balls, so that's good. Okay, you just move along. It's a decurse. Do I really need to? Well, I just throw some of the unnecessary items away. That's a reversal trap, which is not a problem if you blow Sam, still hoping to. Still hoping to find a better shield, so I'll just pick that one up. Even though the shield would be cursed, we can just... Okay, now it's a bad movement on my part. Yeah, the other decurse is sort of extra item, so... Okay, if I miss now, I'm going to die, so I'm just going to use a medicinal herb. Or if he would have crit, I would have died. But generally, I don't... not afraid of critical hits. If it happens, and then you deal with it. But... I don't want to fight this many monsters though, just want to find an exit. Okay, egg is always a good find. And a go-up trap is also a good find in these parts. Because now you're just trying to get higher in the tower, so go-up trap is definitely a good. I'm gonna go and just use one of my loops. Trap loop, for example. Sort of reveals where the rooms are, or at least the rooms with traps. And with a good luck, you can find a go-up trap, and also prevent yourself from stepping on them. And in some rare cases, you can try and make enemies step in the trap. That's advanced advanced tactics there, but I probably have. Yeah, I'm still gonna grab it since I don't have one. Blindness can be a deadly. Okay. Step on a trap, but that's not... Well, that's actually a good thing. No, you could escape as well. Okay, we'll just fight. Yeah, so there was one instance, well, wasn't using any strategy there, but you can see a trap and you can try and lure the enemy onto the trap. Also, go-up trap is also good here. Go-up trap takes care of the enemy and then you can just step on it afterwards. Yeah, but there's the exit, so yeah, some nasty traps along the way, so good thing I saw them there. Still no shields though. That's actually pretty uncommon already in the 8th floor. There's still no shields other than the... So we could actually use the star glasses to see the whole floor. And okay, so I'll go to the exit, but I'll check that one room with 2 treasures there. Okay, it's a U-boat, so it's not the easiest enemy around, but again, I have the Scarlet Wand, so it wasn't a problem. I'd see it, why not, at this point. Alright, moving on. Yeah, almost at the 10th floor, and the wooden shield is the only one I've got so far, so that's pretty, that's uncommon to say the least, but still hoping. Good thing I have those beakers, so I can pretty much try on any shield I find, other than the wooden. Don't need to check wands, and don't need to check swords either. However, I could use them to throw them at enemies, but my inventory is pretty full, so let's just leave it. Holy Bell is a very good item. Just gonna use the white sand on pillar and pick up this Holy Bell. Holy Bell is a lifesaver when you're stuck with a room full of enemies and you have no hope of escape. The Holy Bell creates a sort of aura in the room that the enemies have to escape from that room, and that's pretty great. And they cannot enter the room, so. Okay, there's a U-boat, we're just fighting. If we couldn't two-shot them, I wouldn't be fighting them. Okay, let's see, Clown and the U-boat approaching. It's a level down, that's not too bad. Especially when it misses. Now unfortunately U-boat gets to attack. Okay, let's just go. I was thinking if I would have just picked up Q&A and put him behind me and just fight. But and then recharge HP, but too risky. Okay. Would have been a very dangerous room if these enemies called Dreaming would have been something else, like Griffins. Then I would have used the Holy Bell I mentioned earlier. So yeah, I was pretty worried when I saw the map, but Luckily they were dreaming. I had to use a fireball there, but no, not a biggie. Okay, I'm getting lucky with the elevators. There's a shield, so definitely I want to pick that one up. It's a scored shield. Yeah. I'm gonna go with that one, but Scott shield is not. It's not without problems. Now fighting water enemies is very dangerous, so I'm actually gonna hold on to the wood shield, just so that if I have to fight a kraken, I'm in trouble with the shield. So I'll switch shields if I have to fight a kraken. Okay, there's another trimming. Won't be a problem. There's an exit, which is a good thing. There's also a ball. Weak ball, we won't be picking that one up. Basically, if time wasn't an issue, I still want to improve my time. But if the time wasn't an issue and you had space in your inventory, you could just use the weak ball to a far away monster to just weaken him and then finish him off when he comes near you. But it takes a lot of time, and in these runs it's generally not worth it. Only like in some of the later floors, if I had like mostly space in my inventory and I would have to face a tough enemy, I could think of okay, I'm actually gonna use the egg I found. Oh, I still have the original egg, so I'll just throw that one. And that's it. Where's the scroll? Decurs. Okay, I don't need another. I already have 2D scrolls. Okay, I'm just gonna try. This is a scary monster because I have a scorch shield, so. So one strike from the wand and then fireball. That finishes them off. Peter fruit, very good. Let's just feed it to Q&A right away. It's probably pretty close. Yeah, it's only 15 MP. Good thing about Scorch Shield, I don't have to worry about griffins that much. Well, I do need to worry about them, because they're one of the toughest enemies in the game, but okay, I'm feeling a bit unsafe here. Just gonna use a fireball. I don't know if it has charges left, and I'm just, yeah, it still lives. This might have been the last charge of that. So plenty of other balls to use, so I'll just use some of those if I get into trouble. Monster loop. What is the other one? Trap loop. Just gonna use the monster one and save the trap one for the next floor. If I ever get there, that is. In this game, death is always behind. Okay, there's a mule. There's also the exit cell. Just try if the fireball is already empty. Yep, it is. So let's just normally scroll. It confuses the enemy, and it tries to hit me, but he doesn't have a very good chance. 1 out of 8 chance to hit me at this point, and then okay, there's a Kraken. We definitely don't want to fight him. Okay, it's a sleeping Kraken. I saw a ball in the top left corner, so that's our best bet to go to. Also gonna use the trap loop. Oh, there's also an exit for some reason now. I didn't notice that. Unfortunately, it was a weak ball, but this one was a holy bell, and holy bells are really good. Right, floor 15. I saw a sand there, so I just, since I don't know any better, I start walking towards the sand, but however I found the elevator, so I just keep going. You need to keep your eyes open when the stage loads, because sometimes you get a good view of what's in the other rooms. But there I didn't see anything, just a maneuver, so... Oh, I didn't notice that one, okay. Okay, these are slightly tougher maneuvers, so... Just gonna use... This what? Fireball is empty, by the way. Just gonna hit them once. And then use a flame, that should do the trick. These are dangerous enemies now that I have the... Oh, it didn't do the trick, okay. Just need to use one, I really don't want to miss. The ball never misses as long as you have... Okay, do I have the herb? Yes, I do. I'll just eat the herb. So that there won't be any nasty traps or anything, so... Yeah, luckily there's... But yeah, I need to be careful with the scorch shield. I keep forgetting. I probably should use the blue sand as well, because... it's not like a... I'm gonna find shield anyway, so... Well, it's definitely possible. But for some reason, no shields today. Okay, there's a picket, so... I'll just let the Q&A do the fighting so that they won't steal anything from me. I hate it if you don't have your familiar at this point. That the pickets start stealing everything you have. You can get them back, but... Another holy bell, very good. So definitely, if I get into trouble, I should just try and lure the enemies. Lure the enemies inside these rooms and use a holy bell. That's one very good strategy. So I'm safe in the room. Is there anything else worth? Yeah, shield. I'm gonna take the risk now and let's get rid of. just use the exit loop here. So otherwise I have good inventory, so I'll just take the risk. And to remember to be careful around. Basically, if I see a strong water monster, I should just, without any hesitation, I should just shoot a ball at him. Okay, we just order Q&A to stay so that he doesn't do anything stupid, and then we'll try the flame ball, which might be empty. It wasn't. I have a very bad memory with these. I was kind of hoping that it would be enough. I'll just shoot fire. There's an Olim, we do want that. We only have space for it, so let's see. Should we get... No, we can get rid of the beakers. Also, I'm gonna use the blue sand. So I had stepped on a rust trap, so it went to -1, but now it's just ±0. There's a viper. I really don't like those things, so why don't we just turn him into a frog, and then we'll try and finish him off to get the EXP, and also to make sure that he doesn't come back. One more should do it, right? Yeah. Okay, very good. Found the exit right away. Is it another deaker scroll? I don't know. Was it that? Was that third or fourth? Even fourth deaker scroll. Sometimes you don't find any, and then you find. Oh, he's asleep. The terrain is, yeah. Alright. Okay, now he woke up. Pillar should be enough. Yeah, the terrain sort of is a bit challenging there. I should have just stayed on the ledge on the right and shooting with the balls to begin with. It's okay, no death. There's a bomb trap. Not cool. Another rust trap. Picked up some useless items I didn't really need to pick up. Other than that, pretty good pace. If this goes well, this could definitely be PB. Okay, let's take care of the stealth first. Stealth is the easiest enemy you can encounter in these higher floors. They may snipe you from the dark, so they can be. Okay, we have to do something with this Viper. We'll just throw an egg. Here we go, and this Viper had eaten an egg as well, so we got the Scarlet Egg. So we but I didn't get the... I didn't get the color on the 12th floor, so I cannot do any fusion, but cannot do any fusion, but there could be a Garuda in there. Winding ball, very good find. One of my favorites. One of my favorite balls, definitely. Okay, and there's the exit. Tumla fruit. Thank you. Okay, I probably won't be needing beakers anymore. If I find a better shield, happens to be cursed, then if it happens to be cursed, then that's the way it is then. So we have a zoo. Enemy I don't like, but they do have one good property. I'm just making sure that the Q&A won't do anything stupid. Because I'm not sure if this flame has any charges left. It did. Yeah, so any of these fireballs are enough to one-shot these things, so actually now that I'm I have a good stock with well stocked with these balls, so okay, there's a sleeping Viper. Probably just, yeah, and use binding if he wakes up, which he did. Okay, we can try and snipe him with the flame ball. So a good place to try. Yeah, good place to try if there were any charges left in the flame ball. Because he's going the other way anyway. But yeah, that was a good spot to try. If the ball still had any charges left. Okay, probably up there is better. Golem can use binding on you, which is it's a bad thing. It can be a run-ender, but Ice Shield. Well, what the hell? Yeah, good. So I stepped in a slope trap, which can be scary. So yeah. Use my hell to dispel that effect. So yeah, Ice Shield. Now I have to just remember these elements. Are you coming here? Yeah. Okay. Let's just here. Okay, there's the exit. Fruit is down there. I'll actually throw that away now that I have a chance to do so. These higher floors get so tough that you have to be able to save any turns you get. Just see where the zoo goes. Let's actually do this. I'll save a few fire charges by turning zoo into a frog. There we go. My attacks are actually very powerful against Zoo, but Zoo can also paralyze you, so okay, that was bad. Good thing he didn't paralyze me, although Q&A is a pretty good fighter against those, so maybe he could have won the fight. Okay, definitely gonna pick up Sleep Ball. I have pretty good inventory at the moment. I'll just have to remember that I'm currently equipped with the ice shield, so all the wind monsters are very all the wind monsters are now scary. Okay, did a little stupid move there. I let him wake up, but good thing I survived. Okay, we have a water crystal, so we're gonna give Pita Fruit to Q&A. And then let's talk about water crystal, which medicinal herb, also very good at this point. I can let go of the Scorch Shield. And also, what's the ball? The ball is Ice Rock, so also very good. Can use the star glasses to make some room in the inventory and also see where the exit is. So I'll probably jinx it by saying it, but this is definitely one of the best, if not the best inventory I've had. So actually I'm gonna try the fireball, because I think fireball shouldn't have too many charges left, so I'm still safe to try. There we go, Mandara down. Trap loop, we do have space for it now. Yeah, this is probably the best inventory I have had so far. So I've beaten this tower 3 times now, so one time I was overpowered, similarly overpowered where I'm now. But since this game is so random, that was unlucky. Since this game is random, you can't. It's not done until it's done. But let's just say that I'm actually gonna do a bit of. Oh, the fireball still had charge in it. Just gonna use that again. Seems like a complete waste, but yeah, I was pretty sure that the fireball is pretty much done, so making room for that Olim over there. Also throwing these empty balls and such onto the enemies, it's not a smart move or anything by any means. It's just a habit of mine that I do that. Okay, Naplast, dangerous enemy. Now I'm actually gonna make yep. Should have binding left. Yeah, there we go. So Naplast is the thing about Naplast is that if you're running away from Naplast, it's probably gonna fall asleep at some point. Which is a good thing, but the special thing about those, they can, when they wake up, they can hit you right away without delay. Normally waking up takes one turn, but for Naplasses it doesn't, so it's just something you have to keep in mind, that if you're just sleeping on Naplass, it's not safe. It's not safe to step to the adjacent tile. Okay, blind, I definitely don't have a Roman herb anymore, so I'm gonna use a bit of a defensive tactic and use an ice rock. So now Q&A should be, yep, here I'll put Q&A next to the ice rock, and then I'll just wait. Wind seed is good, but I don't know if I have a... Oh, I did have... Okay, I'll just pretend I just used it. And pick up the wind seed. I'm just gonna use the wind seed right away, so... I'm just gonna order Q&A to stay put. Don't do anything stupid. I'm just gonna use the wind seed on this maneuver and just... fight him. They hit you really hard, so they are no joke, but yeah. Okay, there's the exit. Good find. Someone stepped on a trap. No, they found the ice rock. Ice rock 2 is definitely a lifesaver. The enemies will waste their turns on while hitting the wall of ice you put up. So very good, but also takes time. If the enemies are in the vicinity and hitting the ice rock, you have to wait. Okay, warp trap, that's very bad, but fortunately I was warped next to the... I don't have a familiar bell which would call Q&A back. Also gonna check the fruit. Limit fruit, won't be needing that one. Yeah, that was lucky. I could have lost Q&A there easily. And it would have made the rest of the run more interesting, to say the least. Beldo comes to say hi at floor 31. Because he knows that I'm near. thinks that he's gonna win. The unfortunate thing for Beldo is that whenever you reach him, you always win. Okay, there's a killer. Killers are a bit scary, so just since I have so many of these balls, I'll just use pillar to finish him off. I mean, I'm going to use 2 pillars to finish him off. Yeah, that's why I kept my distance. If I thought I could have finished him off with one. Another warp trap, and wow. I'm having such a good luck with warp traps. Usually a warp trap can easily be a run ender, but I'm having good luck today with those, so well, it can't always be just bad luck. I died on bomb traps and slam traps in like last 2 runs. Okay, now we're in a safe distance. We'll just hold the Q&A to stay, so that... Oh. I'm gonna do that again. Doing good inputs is very important when playing this game. Oh, I'm just gonna use binding. It could be that there are no charges left, but then we'll figure something out if there's nothing. Yeah. Finish him off with a pillar if he recovers, which he did. But also could use Olim pretty soon just to if I get into a similar situation, I can just use Olim to also get some inventory space, because I'm in a pretty good spot when it comes to inventory right now. So, okay, there's up level. Okay, there's the exit, but there are also tyrants watching the exit, so what I'm gonna do is... what am I gonna do? You sleep. Then I'm gonna order Q&A to move a bit further. Like so. Then to make things a bit easier, I have 2 Olims, so I'm just gonna take 1 Olim, throw it at the other tyrant. And since we have a shield in the room, I could just check, because the elemental shield is still there. Oh, that's a wooden shield, so never mind. Yeah, I'm a bit nervous for having the ice shield. But at this point you're pretty much shooting your balls and whatever you have in your inventory anyway, so... Do I still have any loops? Antidote. Poison sucks, but now I will just save inventory space. Ah, there's the exit. There's a sleeping dragon, good thing he was asleep. So 33. Also next to elevator, really good luck here. So 34, getting closer. to remember that I have those few holy bells. I have to use them instantly if I have to. Star glass, we're gonna use that right away. Getting so close to the exit that there's no... the final exit that there's no real point in not using... Okay, there are golems, so let's just... not sure about those charges, so I'll just... order Q&A to stop. There we go. Look at this glacier coming. It's gonna come here, but actually we're gonna take a step back. We're going to use those we're going to use sleep and binding. And it's possible that we're going to waste many charges, but he shouldn't one-shot us with any of these attacks, so this strat should be and it was definitely on my PB pace right now. But let's not... Okay, there's the golem, he's asleep. I already saw the exit. Okay, he woke up. Won't be taking any unnecessary risks here, since my inventory is pretty good at the moment. There we go. I already saw the exit. There's a dragon, but now he's so far away that we can just keep walking. And here we find the exits, and we go to 36. Gonna use the sleep ball again. Like I said earlier, he won't one-shot us with anything, and we can't see any other enemies. Unfortunately, okay, let's just have to lift Q&A up. Wait until his blindness wears off. I hope it does. Like so. Okay, so having a blind familiar with you has many okay, so there's a barong. Not sure if I need barong's services now. Okay, this is a pretty this is not the most common. I'll just I'll take the back a little bit. I'll just throw Olim at him, because I could try and trade some items with. I really don't have much to trade, but one of these eggs maybe. Fire crystal, not good enough at this point. Holy sword, rare sword, but I think that move Q&A around as well. Truth glass, pretty good, but at this point Let's do this. And that was enough, very good. Then we'll use a sleep ball here. It could be that it's empty, but it shouldn't kill me even if it is. Oh. Just pick up the antidote. Yeah. Well, look, got through it. Yeah, I could have also just kept going there. It's already floor 36. I have pretty good, very good inventory at this point. But had to try. It's also, I think, the first time I've gotten the Holy Sword, so that was pretty nice. Although I didn't take it at this point of the game. I have gotten the Dark Sword though, and it was one of the first floors to boot. Okay, we have the exit, so 38, getting closer, getting closer. I think I saw the exit, I'm not completely sure. Command Q&A to stay, then we use the sleep ball, which should be empty by now. Yeah, now he uses this attack, but it should be fine. Yep. Use the binding ball. Now we should be able to finish. Yep. And now we're gonna throw away the sleep ball so that I won't forget this guy. Gonna use the pillar ball. I don't know how many charges it has, but we are. Yes, we were at good range, so just safe to use. There we go. Maximum down. This pillar ball we can also throw away. And we have some more of these enemy. Use a different route here. So yeah, you can use the ice rock to escape from enemies, but it's slow. That's a Masar egg, which I'm going to use right away to gain a level. So I think I saw... oh, now they're here. They're moving in pairs. I think I saw the exit here. I'm not 100% sure. These probably could just keep going if I know. Let's try this route now. Soon I will be pincered, so next time something comes up, I just have to, I'll just have to do something with him because oh, okay, but we can fight this enemy. This is one of the rare enemies at this point, which won't one-shot me. Okay, here we're gonna use So use the other egg. We'll definitely count on Q&A at this point. I'm gonna use pillar. Now I'm starting to run out of firepower, but even though I don't have firepower, I still have holy bells and ice rock. Actually 2 ice rock balls. Okay, 1 more exit to find. Okay, are we going to use the last pillar on him? We should. Next enemy that comes up, I'll use a Holy Scroll. You might have seen the exit again. It's that funny feeling when you're not quite sure, but you feel like you have a glimpse. So there's Holy Scroll, now the dragon's on my side. To wait for a Q&A a little bit so that he won't get lost. Okay, that's a warp trap. Very that's a very bad moment. What should I do? I will. I'm not actually sure if the dragon will stay and protect Q&A, so maybe I'll just. I'll actually use the Holy Bell here. And I'll just come back to this room if I get chased. Yeah, the dragon might be protecting Q&A at the moment. Have to tread lightly here. There's another golem. Not to worry about the. Oh yes, good. Not sure if he was there to actually protect Q&A, but still we got out of this mess. I'm gonna use ice rock here. Okay, the dragon being very powerful. Just walk away from maximum. I don't actually know what happens if you try to use 2 Holy Scrolls, because I do have another one. Somehow I have the feeling that it might have some adverse effects. So I'm still quite inexperienced with the game, so have to worry a little bit. Those Q&As, I did have a water crystal that if Q&A had to go into a fight. Okay, and there's the exit. There we go. My 4th time beating the tower. Should be definitely my PB, but let's just keep mashing. The time is up when the ultimate egg obtained text comes up, so still have to mash this ending. I think it's gonna be something like 1 hour 15 minutes, something like that. I think time can be checked later. I don't have timer or anything. I just probably sometimes try and upgrade my stream a bit with the timers and such, but I'm so new to all this running thing. This is the first game I actually, and even this is like, yeah, it's a speed run, but it's so random that I don't know if the title speed run makes it any justice, but yeah. Of course, being quick is it's what ultimately separates the best player. definitely happy with this run. I was a bit overpowered. I could have even... I feel like I could have even... I could have used my resources even more after I was left with 2 holy bells, 1 full ice rock ball. Well, using ice rock is slow anyway, so it was just a precaution anyway to have those 2 ice rock balls. But yeah, what else did I have? I didn't have any eggs. I didn't have any Oleans. I might have had medicinal herb. Yeah, but still, I felt pretty overpowered. And again, I had the Scarlet one. This is the 4th time I beat the game at any percent NME style, and every time I've had the Scarlet one. This time with alright, there we go. We're gonna check the time there, but alright, nice run. Just gonna cut off the commentary so you can enjoy the ending.